Então, quer dizer, essa nossa área toda aqui está com alerta de tornado. Eu estava lendo... Ah, então, gente, drywall é isso aqui, ó, tá vendo? Ó.
And have more energy.
Introducing Lean 13 Plus from Nutrisystem. Now with turbo boosters to rev your metabolism. Lose up to 13 pounds and 7 inches overall in your first month. Lose weight fast. Money back guaranteed.
I'm Marie, and I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Order your 28-day plan right now and we'll rush you Lean 13 Plus. Get 1 week of all new NutriCurve bars to curb cravings free. And 1 week of turbo shakes packed with probiotics to shrink your belly free. Plus free turbo boosters to rev your metabolism.
Thanks to Nutrisystem, my metabolism is red hot.
Call or go online in the next 2 minutes and get FedEx shipping free. Millions have lost weight on Nutrisystem. Lose up to 13 pounds and 7 inches overall in your first month.
Boost your metabolism, your energy, and your weight loss. Call or go online now.
Go online or call 877-955-FIN right now and get Lean 13 Plus with bars, shakes, and turbo boosters free.
Working hard to lower your LDL bad cholesterol? Not making enough progress? You eat well, take the highest dose statin you can, but still aren't getting where you need to be. Now there's Repatha, a different way to reduce LDL and get on the path to dramatically lower numbers. Repatha works differently than your statin to help clear LDL. Repatha plus the highest dose statin drove down LDL an average of 71% more than a statin alone.
Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha may cause allergic reactions. Signs include redness, severe rash or itching, swollen face, or trouble breathing. The most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
Added to a highest dose statin, Repatha lowered LDL below 70 for up to 90% of people. Ask if Repatha can get you on the path to way lower LDL.
It's the 10th season of Parts Unknown, and I still have a job? Who saw that coming?
Season 10 of Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown starts Sunday, October 1st at 9 on CNN.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we build our orthopedic line with you in mind. High-quality woven fabrics, high-density foams, and natural cotton padding. We use a premium quality support system and real working box springs for optimal support and long-term durability. Finally, our two-sided mattress construction helps the mattress last longer and minimizes body impressions. So stop by an Original mattress near you and experience more than just a mattress store. Experience an Original.
I was involved in a really bad motorcycle accident where I was covered on my whole body with road rash. I didn't know what to do, so I contacted this law firm, and they said I'd be lucky to get $15,000 for my injuries. Working with Blake Maislin's team of experts, I had great response, kept me up to date, and after just 2 months, I walked away with over $40,000. I'm really glad that I called the law offices of Blake Maislin. It was one of the best decisions I think I've ever made.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
We return to our coverage of Hurricane Irma. I'm Chris Cuomo. I am in Naples, Florida. That's on the western coast, one of the areas of particular vulnerability that became a big concern when the storm path shifted. We also have Anderson Cooper, who's up closer to Tampa Bay, that area. it has never seen a storm of the magnitude that might come that way. John Berman in Miami, they've been getting hit consistently for hours, and we have CNN people everywhere that the storm has been, is now, and will go. One of the big concerns about the West Coast here is about the energy exchange of Irma. She is a huge storm, and the way that the storm works in basic fashion is the winds are moving counterclockwise. And I want to bring in Randy Kay, because as the storm gives storm surge on one side, it's sucking energy from the other side. So we're seeing the water move away in places like Naples and Tampa Bay, but that water is going to come back. And when it comes back, it's going to multiply, and it's going to have power behind it, and that's where the fear of storm surge comes in. What are you seeing up there?
Chris, hi, hello to you. We are on Bayshore Boulevard here in Tampa where the rain is coming down. But let me just pan off me here and take a look out there. That is the situation. That's where a lot of folks have been playing in the mud because the water has receded. You could probably hear the police behind me. They've been trying to kick people out of there all day here as the storm starts to make its way in. But you're looking at 700 miles of beautiful shoreline here in Tampa. And now with the such a low tide and the water is being pulled out to sea before the storm actually hits, people have sort of been going out there in the mud and taking selfies and lots of pictures of themselves, including these two folks that I'm joined by here. This is Brian and Felix. You were out there. What made you go out there today?
Well, I mean, this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime event. The last time a hurricane of this size came through Tampa, I wasn't even born yet. I don't even think I was a twinkle in somebody's eye at that point.
What was it like out there?
Well, it's muddy, kind of smells like the bay, but otherwise everything is really calm.
Yeah. Were you nervous out there?
No, I really wasn't. It's just the wind picked up, and then we kind of had to get out of there because the rain was starting to sting a little bit.
Yeah. Felix, how old are you?
10.
So are you concerned about the hurricane? You certainly have never lived through a hurricane this size.
No, I'd never lived through a hurricane this size, but I mean, honestly, with my mom, I'm not too concerned about it.
Good protector, huh?
Yes.
And what about your dog here? Here's a dog. You have your dog Simba?
That's not my dog.
Oh, it's not your dog. Okay.
My dog.
He's your dog.
Yeah.
Okay. So Simba's riding it out with you. You guys are all going to be okay, you think, where you are?
Well, we're a much higher ground. We're technically in flood zone in between C and D. So we're not under evacuation orders, but we decided to come down and have a look at things. So.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. So that's the situation here. A lot of mud, and the water is definitely moved out here along the boulevard here in Tampa. Anderson, back to you.
Randy, it's so interesting that you're down by the bay. I just want to show you the Hillsborough River where we are along the Riverwalk. And again, we have been watching now over the last couple hours as, you know, you talked about the water in Tampa Bay being sucked out. Hillsborough River is draining into the Hillsborough Bay, which then is connected obviously to Tampa Bay. And you can, for the last several hours, we've been watching this water go down. And, you know, I've been pointing out that sandy bank across the river. You couldn't see that when we first got here. And again, importantly, as Chad Myers has been talking about, you know, all this water is going to be coming back in here, coming back in fast, probably in the late night hours, even after some of the worst winds may have gone through. I want to go to Alex Marquardt, who is about 50 miles south of me in Sarasota. Alex, excuse me, how are things there?
Well, Anderson, the wind and the rains have started up, as you can see, but this pales in comparison to what we're going to expect in the next few hours. We're told by local officials that the winds around 5 or 6 p.m., so about 3 hours from now, will go up to 75 to 95 miles an hour with gusts of up to 115 miles an hour. So the message from local officials right now is shelter in place. They have been heeding the instructions. People here, residents of Sarasota, have been heeding the instructions of local officials to either stay in place, hunker down at their homes if they feel comfortable, or to get to shelters. There are 10 shelters in Sarasota County. Some 16,000 people have gone to find shelter. We are here at one of them now. This is Brookside Middle School, and unlike some of the other shelters that we've seen, you saw Drew Griffin at that arena down in Fort Myers, this is a school, so people are sheltering in classrooms. It is being run by the Red Cross. There are classrooms that are full of families, classrooms for the elderly. There are even 350 dogs and cats here at Brookside who have gotten their own rooms. That is one of the main reasons that a lot of the families have come here. We have just met the Brady family, Steve and Laura, with their daughter Peyton, their pups Stella and Monty, right?
You got it.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well right now.
You live not too far away, and you're not in an evacuation area, but you still decided to come to this shelter.
Honestly, we got here at 7:30 this morning. Yesterday morning. We haven't really heard if Sarasota is a full evacuation area in Sarasota or not. But we got here because we just wanted to make sure we were going to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, the evacuation area in Sarasota right now is just along the water. You live inland. So did you board up your home? How did you prepare to leave?
Yes, we did. We boarded up our home. It was a very long Friday. Boarded up the whole house on Friday, and got here 7:30 yesterday morning. We were here pretty early, making sure we got our spot.
And Laura, the fact that this shelter takes pets, that was of real concern to you guys.
Very much so. These are part of our family, so.
And you actually had to leave some pets behind, no?
I did. We left our bearded dragon and hamster, but tried to secure them as best we could. So.
Because the shelter only takes dogs and cats.
Correct.
How long do you expect to stay here? When are you hoping to be able to get back to your home?
Hopefully tomorrow afternoon. Hope to go check out if it's okay and if everything is good, and then we just have to survive the power outage that we're going to be expecting here too. So.
Have you been getting everything that you need in terms of shelter and food and a place to sleep and comfort?
Yes, we've been taken care of very well. They're very informative, let you know what's going on, and all of the people working here, if you go up and ask them a question, they're very, very helpful and will find out answers for you if they don't know themselves. But they've been great.
You're not originally from Florida, so have you guys been through anything like this before?
Not anything like what we're expecting here. So we're from Maryland, and this is our first official hurricane in Florida.
And Peyton, how are you feeling? You scared at all?
A little bit nervous, but not too much. I'm just kind of wondering what's going to happen to the pets at home or what's going to happen to the house if windows bust in. I'm just worried about that mostly.
All right. Well, we're wishing you all the best. People here will be riding out this storm over the course of the night. As you heard, many trying to get home in the next few days. A lot of uncertainty in the days ahead, but officials again are saying as this storm approaches, you must shelter in place. Anderson?
Alex, just very briefly, have you seen people are people continuing to arrive at that shelter?
It's a slow trickle. The vast majority have already arrived. There are 1,100 people at this shelter who are registered. They are still accepting people. The authorities don't want anyone in the streets. They're saying wherever you intend to ride out this storm, you should be there right now. But of course, if anyone shows up right now, they will be taking them in.
All right, Alex, be careful. Continue checking with you. I want to go to